Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm David Steele, or Commander Numpty, and as you can hear, it would appear we've been rumbled. Let's take a quick look at the situation. Okay, 3 contacts, and we are just north of Iceland, and our mission is to defend Iceland, and Intel have told us that they are expecting, they've certainly got something, that's for sure. Okay, they're expecting some cruise missile boats.
5 knots, maneuvering eye.
We may have
Con
just
sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 145. Con
Well,
sonar, we are cavitating.
I guess I've been rumbled. You know what, let's get something out.
Make turns for 20 knots, maneuvering eye.
Yes, that's where you are. I'm setting my Mach 48. I think we might have an idea of where the second one is. Yep.
Con sonar, new contact, bearing 356. Designated Sierra
Let's go ahead
4.
and send you there. Oh, and they're dropping LRS torpedoes at me. Okay.
Knots, maneuvering eye.
Right, we are in trouble, but that's kind of a
Con
normal
sonar,
way.
lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 014. Contact is in the baffles.
To start that cold waters.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 012.
I mean, I would rather not have quite so many attacking me, but
knuckle formed.
okay, that's 5. That's 5 torpedoes. Okay.
Con sonar, regained contact. Con sonar, torpedo in the water,
Yeah, that's
bearing
a jolly shame.
158.
Okay, well, I guess we're going full evasive.
Passing 300 feet.
It's
400 feet.
awfully familiar. That's 6 now.
Con, knuckle formed.
Depth. Quickly crank this thing around. Let's go ahead and level everything out. Right, let's go back this way.
formed. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 344.
How many is that? It's still 5.
Sonar, regained
Okay.
contact on Sierra 4,
5's
bearing
fine.
0. Con, knuckle formed.
6 would be terrible, right?
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3
Okay,
knots.
let's drop a noisemaker at depth right now. I'm going to change my
Passing 400
course. I've not got that much depth to play with, but it's not too big of a disadvantage to the Skipjack because she doesn't have the best depth.
Sonar, new contact, bearing. Con, knuckle formed.
Another contact as well. I think we've just
feet.
detected. So
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing. Con, knuckle formed.
it's quite a dramatic view, that.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5, last
Everything is
bearing
right
024. Contact is in the baffles.
But it's below me,
Con
so
sonar, regained contact on Sierra. Passing 100 feet. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing
Okay.
0
They're still on me.
6. Con sonar. Con, knuckle formed.
let's see. I don't appear to be losing them all every time
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
we run a knuckle, which is
knuckle form.
okay because of the angles that
Con
they're.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 355. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 355. Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 345. Con, knuckle formed. Con
So,
sonar,
if
regained
these are
contact
all-
on Sierra 5, bearing 030.
These are all submerged contacts.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 35. Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet.
These are all submerged contacts, and they're all firing at me. They've all got rocket-launched torpedoes.
feet.
That must mean that they are reasonable quality boats.
Con, knuckle
And
formed.
to be fair, we expected that. There's probably an Oscar in the mix there somewhere. Because the Soviets don't just attack Iceland because they think it's a nice place to go
formed.
on vacation. No, they went after Sosas. And they've hit SOSUS. SOSUS is that underwater network of microphones, very secretive.
Con, knuckle formed.
That the US operates, and I don't think that they decline anyone else helping them out with that.
Con, knuckle formed.
So, okay, be that what it is.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 014. Contact is in the baffles.
If the Soviets drop Spetsnaz commandos close enough to the base, then they're going to make a mess of it. Now the follow-up strike, or at least what we suspect the Spetsnaz are there for,
Con, knuckle formed.
which is to provide guidance for these guys, the cruise missile boats that is. I'll drop a noisemaker right here.
Passing 500 feet.
And I want to get up.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Above the
Passing
layer.
400 feet.
It's risky doing this
Passing 300 feet.
so close to the
Passing 200 feet.
torpedoes. Well, we got something in the distance. Okay, that's
Passing 100 feet.
That's
Make
good.
depth 4, 5, 8, dive by.
do not wish to break the surface. It's right underneath me.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra.
Make depth 4, 5, 8, dive by.
And we may have given ourselves a bit
Con
of...
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 2. Bearing 062.
Gave yourself a little bit of breathing space, but not that much. And we're heading away at flank, so if I turn around, okay, it looks like they're running out of fuel now, which is good. Because, yeah, some of these torpedoes are right on me.
Con, knuckle formed.
But I can knuckle them away, and I'm above the layer, so what I'll do is, if I need to, I'll drop another noisemaker, dive, get down to about 500, 600 foot, and try and escape. Yeah, and you see that they're able to detect me.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm making a ton of noise and moving away from them, and as I get further away, I fall into their sensor range. This is where I want to be. I want to be potentially able to threaten. That's bad. Potentially being able to threaten the enemy boats
Con, knuckle formed.
with their own torpedoes. Now, this torpedo at my 12 o'clock, I'm turning away from it. I don't know if it's wire guided or not. We'll find out in a second.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 1. Bearing 340.
Okay, looks like all those torpedoes. Yeah, there we go. Great. So, what have we got? I've not got a chance of detecting what that is. It's probably surface contact though. Don't think it's don't think it's pinging me. So I'm moving away from the torpedo that was coming right at my 12 o'clock. Let's see, is this thing shallow? No, I think it's deep. It is, although that's me up there. Okay. Oh,
Rig ship for ultra
go
quiet.
down. Gonna get my
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 041.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering
gonna
up.
get my speed aggressively down to 5 knots by basically backing
Make
up.
turns for 0 knots.
Okay,
Make
that
turns
works.
for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Right. Let's see if anyone's on the
Con.
surface.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Okay, that tells me what is on the
Con
surface.
sonar
So,
master 4 is classified as
Ooh.
submerged submarine.
what's this guy doing on the surface? So that's why. Okay, that's my Oscar then. And then this Andy-zan is civilian, so we're not going to worry about him. What I do want to do though is get a torpedo off against this Oscar. So
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
get you off, and let's see, what is Sierra 6? Victor 3.
Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine.
What is Sierra 5? It's Sierra.
Con
Okay.
sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
So let's get this right. We're facing off against 2 Victor 3s, which is a modern Soviet boat, Sierra, which is brand new, state of the art, and an Oscar in a skipjack, and we've managed to avoid 5 torpedoes so far. Does that just about summarize things? I think it probably does. Well, I know where the Oscar is, so I'm going to go
Downscope. Lower the radar mast.
get my sensors down. I don't need to worry so much about these. Now, let's get my depth to just below the layer. Yeah, interesting. I'm tempted to redirect torpedo 1 to this Victor 3 to my port side, because he's a threat. No two words about it.
Passing 100 feet.
But let's get below the layer, which we're just about doing. There we go. Okay, he's firing at my torpedo. I'm going to go ahead and
Come left to 260. Helm high.
dodge. Stop. Rest the descent. And for what it's worth, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I might get detected firing this second torpedo, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
And what we're going to do is send this second torpedo towards this Victor 3. So we'll send the first torpedo even. The reason why we're doing this is Sierra 1 is a greater threat. This Oscar's running away. It's a mission kill if we haven't sunk it. He's not able to continue his fight. And it looks like Sierra 1 and Sierra 6 are moving away from me, so they're less of a threat right now. Now, that torpedo is fired. That is a threat, so I'm going to bump my speed up to 15 knots just to help me turn around.
15.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Get my speed back down to 10, so I don't want to cavitate.
1.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
The skipjack effect, none of the submarines are particularly maneuverable at 5 knots.
Con sonar, lost contact. Master 2, last bearing 095. Contact is in the baffles.
Much more maneuverable at 10 knots, and more so at 15. So what we want to do here is, I'm going to
Con, torpedo room. Tube.
Con, helm, steady course.
send my torpedo a little ways north of this Victor 3. We're going to intercept him from his sort of rear quarter, and that's to minimize the risk to him attacking me. Now, I'm pretty sure he knows where I am, although I'm going to assume he does. He can't hear me right now. He could hear the launch, but he can't hear me. And so, yeah, let's get my depth to 200 feet. We'll go to 15 knots. He's making a ton of noise. He's moving at flank speed. And I want, when he detects torpedo 1, I wanted to fire upon that detection, and I want it to be
200 feet.
nowhere near where I am. Right. And the reason why we're going to 200 foot is I can run at 15 knots and not
Make
cavitate.
turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering
I think
aye.
we'll be attacking him from his flank and not from his rear quarter. So let's go ahead and run this torpedo directly west. Like so. It might be a tiny little bit south. We're going to attack this guy from his port side, from his left side. Okay, I think this is working so far. The Oscar is out of the fight. There's 2 other submarines that are still in the fight, but they were moving away last time we knew. And we're moving away from my location now. Yeah, has he slowed down? No, he's just getting closer. He's got 1 decibel on me. If you look at the bottom right of the screen, you've got the sonar computer. That SNS comp, there's the bottom half of the text. Contact 2 decibels active. Yeah, he's getting a reasonable return on me on his active sonar. Well, let's say reasonable. He's getting 2 decibels. He needs 10. I'm about to really ruin his day by attacking him from the side. So he's not going to be able to detect me unless he already knew I was there. Which may be the case. Now his torpedoes have got a range of 3,000 yards, or a detection range of 3,000 yards. Let me just qualify that. And so they can also have wires. If he knew where I was, he may well be sending a torpedo my way. Now I could turn towards him to minimize my active return, but I don't think I need to right now. What I want to do is time this torpedo about to go live to his east. I'm going to go ahead and force it to go live now. Here we go. That torpedo is now going to accelerate up to its attack speed, and it's going to attack him from the side. Now he's likely to hear that. We'll see if he makes any evasive action. He should, unless he's damaged. In fact, let's take a look.
Con, fire control, weapon
I
acquired.
don't think he is damaged. He's firewalling his throttle. He's getting out of there. And my torpedo is attacking him. Okay. Well, right now, the torpedo is just going to track towards him. It's going to end up striking his rear quarter. We'll accelerate time here. He's not taking any evasive action. We'll watch the attack coming in. Now he's taking evasive action, but I think it's too late.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 306. Contact breaking up.
Right, we're getting a mod 0 loaded up into this tube. So I have, oh, that's interesting. That torpedo went live. Switch back to this, switch back to me, and then view here. So I'm potentially within its detection range. But I don't think it's got me. Right, no it hasn't.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, let's run to 5 knots.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 049. Con sonar regained contact on Master 2, bearing 101.
Okay, so weapons I'm carrying today, they're all Mark 48s. We've got mod 0s, mod 1s, and mod 3s. And the mod 3 is the standard Mark 48 that we know and love from the game. The mod 1 is a slightly older version of the torpedo. It's not quite as effective. It's still pretty
Con,
vicious.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Sensor range is not quite as long, its warhead is not quite as potent, but it's a very capable weapon. The mod 0, it's not quite as capable. Sensors is not as advanced, and its warhead is quite a bit less effective. So typically a mod 0 might take a couple of them to sink something like a Victor 3. Now one hit's probably a mission kill, but not always. And that's just because of the design of the torpedo. I'm going to accelerate time. I've got a torpedo in a tail chase against this Oscar. I'd like to see if we can catch it, so let's accelerate time. Yeah, it went live.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 056. Contact faded.
Good distance behind the Oscar, so it might not have
Come
the legs
right
to reach it.
339, helm aye.
Shame.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm not carrying harpoon, so I can't fire a harpoon at him. I'd love to, but I don't have one. But it seems as though the enemy doesn't want to play anymore. They may have defended Iceland successfully, and I don't need to...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 026.
okay. So the Oscar decided...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 025.
let's actually watch this. Now, he shouldn't have done that, I don't think. He should have kept going. If he knew he was being chased, he should have just kept going in a straight line away from the threat. Instead, he slowed down and turned, and now he's going to regret it.
024.
Oh, I don't know if we got him or not. Yes, we did. Okay, well, the Oscar would have been safe had he have not tried
Rig
to
ship for ultra
evade.
quiet.
So where does that leave us? Well, there is a Victor 3 out there and a Sierra, and both of these are capable of carrying Russian cruise missiles, and so they are still a threat to Iceland. But I don't know whether I can catch them. Now my Mark 48s could, but I don't know whether my Mark 48s could catch them in the position that I find myself. So I'm going to call it for this mission. In the game, you need a 50% kill rate to qualify as a mission success, and we've taken 2 out of 4, assuming there's nothing else out there, and there might be. So, I hope you got something from this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you have, you know what to do. If you thought it sucked, you also know what to do. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.